A friend and colleague sent me a link to the National Reconciliation Week Sing Loud competition, and I noticed that it offered the opportunity for all Australians, including schools, choirs, community groups, as well as individuals, to create a song, to create music of some kind around the theme of reconciliation for that year. The tag was, "It's time to change." When I saw great musicians like Shelley Morris, the Veronicas and Jeffrey Gurumuyanapingu involved, I decided to have a go. And as a result, my song was chosen as winner of the Best Original category. At the time that link was sent to me, I was in a different place, a place where I had been a part of lots of conversations, and I was on a journey of really growing my understanding of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander cultures and traditions, and making connections for myself. It was in the weeks preceding the day that my friend Dee had sent me this link for the Sing Loud competition that I had begun that journey. It was with some professional development, which was called MATSITI. It stands for More Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander Teachers Initiative. Well, I'd like to acknowledge the leadership of this initiative, and in particular Desley Lillist, who is the most senior and longest serving Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander person working in Catholic education and with the Catholic Education Commission Victoria. She spoke on the first day of having courage and being courageous. Have courage and be courageous. I had the opportunity to write an article, write a reflection in Our Diocesan Community, which is a magazine for the Catholic Diocese of Ballarat. It was really life-giving and even a little bit exciting to be able to express who I was to my local community. I said in it that my name was Deb. I said in it that I was a First Nations woman. I said in it that I belong to the water of the shark, dugong and turtle. I said how I connected to the Mer Island group and how I was aware of my family connections to St. Paul's Island and the Solomon Islands. I talked about how long I'd been a teacher for, that I was a learner of people, faces and stories since the day I was born. I acknowledged my adopted country of the Wathaurong people, and I paid respect in the article, the way that you do when you know that country has supported you, held your feet and your spirit for all your life in place. I carefully considered the words to this song, and I took a good handful of courage to write it. This song was written, as I've always said, from a place of strength and fragility. It's a place for me where one hopes and fears all in a single breath. To be frank, I didn't even know if what I was writing was right. As the words were written and rewritten, I found myself just drawing on my gut instincts, my gut feelings, my prior experience, and some knowledge. I have on many occasions stood alone facing racism, and it's so implicit as much as it can be explicit. I've always written stories in my songs, and now I have discovered the importance of storying. I understand where that comes from. This song expresses my heartfelt hope for a better future for all Australians, that First Nations people are acknowledged as traditional custodians of their lands and their cultures, traditions and languages, that these things are learnt everywhere, respectfully and inclusively. And if we work together and listen deeply and we seek to know, I believe we can find a way. So I wrote, it's time to change it up. Stand up, speak up, and be proactive, and never, never quit.
It's right now. You and me can be different, but we can't be so ignorant to see that we are all one and the same. We know that there's a change in the air, and we're fighting for fair and for justice and peace in this game. No shame in being true to your soul. Stand up and be bold, don't be told. It's a line you gotta draw in the sand. Look for a helping hand and stand for change across this land. People have been fighting for so long. before we came along, and still we keep hearing that it's time to move on. Can't they see that we're right here, and the pain for us is real, and the time for change is here? There's a way, shout it out, we're here to stay. Stand as one and say, it's time to change it up today. There's a way, shout it out, we're here to stay. Stand as one and say, it's time to change it up today. It's time, there's just too many reasons not to change. In 67, more than 90% came and said historical exclusion has no place. It's time to change, it's time for change. It's time, no more discrimination of our race. It's time, no more accepting any words of hate. It's time to recognize this land is part of who we are. It's time to change. People, no confusion anymore, no one stands alone. If together we know where we're fighting for, let the truth be what we see, 'cause the time for us is here. Yeah, the time for us is here. There's a way, shout it out, we're here to stay. Stand as one and say, it's time to change it up today. There's a way, shout it out, we're here to stay. Stand as one and say, it's time to change it up today. Yeah, 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 yeah. There's a way, shout it out, we're here to stay. We're here to stand as one and say, it's time to change it up today. It's time to change today. There's a way, shout it out, we're here to stay. Stand as one and say, it's time to change. It's time to change. Change. It's right now. Change. Oh, it's right now.
Time to change. It's time to change today.